may have observed that nothing really happened until the old show breaks down. My friends, it's all there. It's all waiting. Of course it can be done. It depends upon ourselves. You say? But again, we're scattered individuals. Everything's against us. Governments, money, press, television, all the new forces are used against us. All the great forces, all the material powers of the world, you say are against us. And so they are. You're quite right to feel that. And I don't underrate it, but I don't despair. And you shouldn't despair, because you, like I, have read something of history. You know something of the record and the achievement of the European. And dark as this hour is, it's no darker, it's not as dark as some of the hours you've known in European history. My friends, when everything was cowardice, treachery, and betrayal, and when the Saracen hordes from far outside Europe swept right across that continent and would have come on over our own Britain too if they hadn't been stopped. And it didn't only happen once, it's happened more than once. Small bands of men came together in resolution, in absolute determination, giving themselves completely and saying Europe shall live, and stood firm and faced the menace to Europe, its values, its civilizations, the glory of its achievement, all those things in mortal danger. And they stood firm, they faced it, they came together, and more ran it to their standards, and those hordes were thrown back again and again and again. Europe lived in triumph because the will of Europe still endured, and it can happen again. We've got other forces against us. But if we can bring together with us enough of people like ourselves, not only in Britain, but as we are doing in other countries of Europe, and gradually that force mounts and gathers strength, my friends, today, just as much as in the past, we can meet the dark forces which in another way threaten our European life with eternal night. It's been done before and it can be done again. Our task is to do what we are doing. First great step, after that the usual trouble, the difficulty, the struggle to move forward. Always in human affairs the same story. But willpower, endurance, and above all, faith and belief overcomes all. And my friend, let me say to you tonight, you have the greatest hindrance to the final achievement of Europe. Or perhaps in that respect, rests upon you, upon all of us, and any other people. Because if tomorrow the British people decided to do these things, the news of that would go like an electric shock of awakening and of hope right through Europe. Nothing matters so much as awakening our own people. Hard as I labor in other lands with other friends and comrades of ours, it comes back to Britain. We must bring Britain with all our knowledge, with our character, with our gifts, with our territories, into this immense concern, which is going to be Europe and is going to save mankind. My friends, it's an immense responsibility. You're living in a stunning. You live in that sense that you are Englishmen, that you are European, that you come from people who face tremendous odds again and again. That much is against you, but you've got within you that will, that spirit above all, that faith and that belief, which will lead the generations to come to look back at you in the pages of history with the proud words, to England, to Britain, to Europe, they were true.
One had a very strong feeling that the war was a great mistake, because you see, win or lose, my husband said, Great Britain and the Empire will lose by this war. There's no such thing as winning it. And of course that has been proved in the event. We've lost everything. We were the most powerful country in the world, and now we're just the sick man of Europe. And that really happened because of the war, no other reason. And he foresaw that.